Good Monday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith on the 28th, this hour, of this day of the month of June, the last Monday, 2021. And we are in a heat wave. Yes, we are. And it is ongoing. And let's take a look at the heat indices right now this hour. Coming in from the Rutgers University Weather Network. I mean, even if you're at the shore today, in Oceanport, it feels like almost 100 degrees. Wall Township, 97. Feels like 103 in Homedale and 103 in Howell. Feels like 101 in Lyndhurst and Caldwell this hour. It feels like 102. Charlottesburg, 102. How's that? Down around the Philadelphia North corridor here, 104 at West Deptford. That's what it feels like in Logan Township at 103 degrees. No, thank you. That is the heat index. The actual air temperature right now, obviously, is well into the upper 80s and low to mid 90s. It's a little cooler right along the coast, but the heat indices are indicative of the strong subsidence in the atmosphere. Visible satellite. We started out with alto cumulus clouds this morning. Now we just got cumulus clouds across the region, and skies are mostly clear right along the coast, obviously, with probably a sea breeze front. We'll check that out now, see if that's actually happening or not. We'll see if we can get into dual pole here. Yeah, these are real thunderstorms here, by the way, that are showing up here to the north and west, like we mentioned earlier this morning in the broadcast. We want to get into the radar selection here and see if there's any kind of sea breeze front that has developed across the region. I'm not so sure if we're going to see this, but we'll try. We will try and see if there is any kind of relief here. Doesn't seem to be one. Let's see. This is going to open up the box here. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there is a sea breeze front. It's very faint, but it's here. And it's over southern Ocean County into Cape May County in New Jersey. That's not really bringing any kind of relief. By the way, these are a few pop-up thunderstorms here over northeastern Pennsylvania as well. And if you want to see summer, here's that disturbance now. It's a tropical storm, or depression actually, entering the Georgia-South Carolina coast with lots of shower and thunderstorm activity there. And look, anywhere east of the Continental Divide, showers and thunderstorms. We went into New Jersey here. We wanted to do this. Let's see if we can. We can. We will. And there is a thunderstorm here over the Poconos. There's a thunderstorm just south of Middletown, New York, and one just east of Mount Pocono with some lightning and thunder in it this hour. And, of course, the National Hurricane Center, as of 11 a.m. this morning, and again at 2 o'clock this afternoon, has named this storm off the Carolina coast here Tropical Storm 4. And we'll get into the satellite imagery right now. This looks pretty good. Lots of convection over the top of this storm. As it's entering its fold here into the South Carolina-Georgia border here. There's a lot of rain associated with this too. I want to get back to this for a second. This is the latest cone from the National Hurricane Center. This comes up. Yeah, we have some tropical storm warnings here for the Carolina and Georgia coast here, mainly South Carolina. It's a storm right now. It will become a depression. Will be named a storm probably. 2 o'clock this afternoon. They're still investigating this with Air Force reconnaissance plane. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Will be a storm probably by the time it reaches the South Carolina coast, so it's going to be named. Let's see. It will be a depression as it moves underneath the ridge here into the Tennessee River Valley area by Tuesday. Let's see. We get out of this right now. Here's where it is. Here's the latest tracks on the models showing the same kind of scenario here. Let's get into the National Hurricane Center. We have an updated watch and warning area as of 2 o'clock this afternoon. The extent of tropical cyclone wind and surge watches and warnings. Let's see. This has been updated. Doppler radar. down from Charleston, South Carolina, along with preliminary data from the Air Force reconnaissance aircraft going in this afternoon after 2-3 o'clock here, indicates that the depression has strengthened and is now Tropical Storm Danny. There you go. So Tropical Storm Danny now, maximum sustained winds at about 40 miles an hour with some higher gusts. A weather flow station at Folly Beach, South Carolina, recently reported a wind gust of 41 miles an hour. Right now it's about 60 miles east-southeast of Beaufort, South Carolina, about 45 miles south-southeast of Charleston, South Carolina. Maximum sustained winds about 40. It's moving to the west-northwest at about 16 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 29.94 inches. A couple of things. We have the heat advisories in effect here in everything that's in orange, but in the pink or magenta, whatever you want to call it, this is an excessive heat advisory. And this is a heat warning, actually. Excessive heat warning in effect for Morris, Hunterdon, Somerset, Middlesex, and Western Monmouth for excessive heat warning until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Impacts high heat, humidity, significant increase of the potential for heat-related illnesses, particularly for those working or participating, obviously, in any kind of outdoor activity. We're going to find heat indices between up to 105 for the heat advisory. Heat index values up to 103 expected, and we've got that going on right now. So heat watch, excessive heat warning. Ouch. And with this morning's NAM run model guidance in the mesoscale here again, few shower thunderstorm activity around the region, pop up and die down. This is serious as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday as the cold front slowly sinks southward across the region. There's going to be some very heavy downpours in these showers and thunderstorms as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday, and this is already going to line up to be a really potently flash flooding day ahead as we head into Thursday. Off the European model guidance, here comes the rain on Thursday and Thursday night. Oh yeah, into Friday morning too. Not going to clear out too good until about Friday afternoon, Friday evening. This guidance is even a little slower to start your 4th of July weekend off, but the weekend looks great overall. I don't want to go too far past this, but I did want to get into the totals of precipitation again. We did this a little bit ago. Wanted to get into the total precipitation here. And if we took this out through, let's say, Saturday, Friday, there's a lot of rain coming. This is flash flooding rain in thunderstorms. Some places could pick up better than 2.5 inches of rain, according to the latest model guidance here along this front. Once again, off the European model guidance, we'll use the Cape value, convective available potential energy. This is a lot of energy in the atmosphere for these thunderstorms to train over the same locations on Wednesday night through Thursday. Thursday is a washout here, if you ask me. I mean, you're dealing with Cape values in areas here better than 1,500 to 3,000 joules per kilogram. There's a lot of potential for flash flooding under these conditions here, right here. Yeah, here. Again, off the European model guidance, the water vapor column. This is the amount of water vapor that's in the air to produce any kind of shower and thunderstorm activity. As we head into Thursday, it's well above 1 inch, almost approaching 2 inches, and in spots 2.5 to 2.3 inches here in the reds. This is a flash flood potential, it looks like, for me. Should look like that for you too. Much drier air coming in on Friday afternoon and Friday evening into the northern mid-Atlantic on a northwest flow. Again, precipitative water values are still a little bit high, over 1 inch, but nowhere in comparison to where they will be, where they are right now, and where they will be during the day on Wednesday and Thursday. Just incredible amount of available potential water. Once again, here comes the rain with Tropical Storm Danny now, approaching Georgia's coastline, South Carolina, Georgia coast here. Going to get into the Tennessee River Valley area here and dissipate over the Mississippi. Here's that cold front that is quasi-stationary, showers and thunderstorms in the Central Plains all the way down to Texas. That's not moving anywhere. It's going to take this to get here. Look at this as a Bermuda high. Classic example of southwesterly flow, something that we see a couple of times a year, but we're seeing it right now. National view of temperatures this afternoon. We're in the 90s, 80s, 90s. It's baking here with heat indices over 100 right now in the Newark area and New York City as well. It's stifling outside. And already on the West Coast, it is about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We find temperatures already reaching well into the hundreds here in Washington and Oregon and portions of California and New Mexico here. It's incredible. I mean, southwestern Canada and the Cascades here and into Washington and Oregon never or seldom experience temperatures like this where it's 25 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. It's above normal here in the east too, but by no means in this area here. This is a drought. Latest national 6 to 10 day forecast for the period of July 4th through the 8th. Notice the heat here in the upper Midwest and the desert Southwest. Cooler with shower and thunderstorm activity here over the central and southeastern states here. This is according to the Climate Prediction Center. 8 to 14 day temperature for the 6th through the 12th. Again, the heat continues to expand from coast to coast across the northern areas all the way to the mid-Atlantic region. Cooler than normal in the south, probably because of precipitation. And if we looked at precipitation from July 4th through the 8th, bone dry in places where they have high heat and extreme drought conditions here in the Intermountain West and the West Coast. Wetter, of course, with the shower and thunderstorm activity in the Gulf and central portion regions, and very dry here in the eastern United States. 8 to 14 day, not much change. A little bit wetter here, but not much. And this is not changing anytime soon. And as of late this afternoon on the East Coast time, look at all these records here in Caldwell. Breaking records all over the place. Caldwell, we broke the record already. Daily tying the temperature here at 99, but it's 93. All of these areas here, and also areas here in X's, in the X marks here in the west coast of Washington and Oregon and southeastern or southwestern Canada here, in British Columbia actually. These are all-time records, record high temperatures that are being broken this hour. Just incredible. So we bake for a couple of days and then convection comes in and we have Thursday, which is no good. Downpours, thunderstorms, flash flooding, lightning strikes. Yeah, it's all going to occur on Thursday. Until then, heat wave. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Enjoy your evening.